Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which is the vocabulary building from Unit 1. But before we do that, let's go to the workbook, page 78, exercise C. Let's answer some questions here, then we'll begin our lesson. Exercise C, what advice would people in these professions give? Finish the sentences. Again, what advice, again, the theme of this unit is the professions, jobs, and what do they do in these jobs. Again, what advice would people in these professions give? So we'll be having some professions, some jobs. What do you think some of these professions, the man who works there, will give you advice? What will this advice be? The first one is already done for you, the dentist. He say it's important that you brush your teeth every day. So of course the dentist will be focusing on your teeth, of course. So again, it's important that you brush your teeth every day. So veterinarian, the doctor for animals. What do you think would be the ending of this sentence? It's important that your cat, of course this is the subjunctive here, it's important that your cat. Yes, that's correct, but I wrote take this medicine every day. It's important that your cat take this medicine every day. Number 2, teacher, like myself. What do you think the teacher would give you advice? I want you to what? That's correct, but also I wrote here, I want you to do your homework. So this is his advice, the teacher's advice for you. I want you to do your homework. I want you to focus with me here. Number 3, a police officer. I recommend that you, again, a police officer. What would a police officer advise you? I recommend that you, what? A police officer. Yes, that's correct, but also you can say, I recommend that you stay out of the street, especially, of course, at night. A photographer, the person who will take your photos, a photographer. I'd like you, so what would he ask you? I'd like you to what? That's correct, but I wrote this one. I'd like you to stay still. Stay still, don't move, so that he can take your picture. A politician. It is essential that the people of our country, a politician is a man who is related to politics, of course. Again, it is essential that the people of our country, let's see the answer here, vote for me. So maybe he wants to get their votes. Number 6 here, firefighter. As we mentioned in our previous lesson, firefighter. It is imperative that kids, a firefighter, the person who puts out a fire and help people from the fire, what would he give you advice? It is imperative that kids, yes, it is imperative that kids not play with matches. It is imperative that kids not. Remember the subjunctive, if it's negative, we don't say don't, we say not. Again, it is imperative that kids not play with matches. Number 7, a postal worker. I suggest that you, a postal worker, I suggest that you, so, yes, that's correct, but also I said here, send this first class mail. Postal worker, I suggest that you send this first class mail. Maybe the package contains glass, they will be broken, so it's better for you to send it in the first class mail. Number 8, a pilot. Pilot, a person who drives a plane. So a pilot, it is important that everybody, what would the pilot tell you while taking off? It's important that everybody wear a seat belt. It's important that everybody wear a seat belt. So jumping on to exercise D here, read the advice on interviewing, rewrite the sentences in the subjunctive. So the main thing to do here is to rewrite the sentence using the subjunctive. The first one, an example here, be on time. To be on time. We'll rewrite it using the subjunctive. It is essential, or you can say it is important that you be on time. So number one, bring your resume. Bring your resume. Maybe you are applying for a job, so I advise you to bring your resume. Use the subjunctive here. Very good. So you say, I recommend that you bring your resume. I recommend, or you can say it is important that you bring your resume. Both are correct. Number two, dress nicely. You're going to a fancy place and I want you to dress nicely. Using the subjunctive, what would I say? Let's see the answer here together. It is important that you dress nicely. It is important that you dress nicely. Excellent. Number three, make eye contact. What does it mean to make eye contact? Yes, to look in the person's eyes, to make eye contact. So, using the subjunctive here, we would say it is imperative that you make eye contact. That's correct. When in a job interview, it is important, it is imperative to make eye contact. Number four, shake the interviewer's hand. To shake the interviewer's hand. So, of course, it's important to shake his hand in the beginning and at the ending of the interview. So, how do you use the subjunctive here? Let's check together. It is essential, it is important that you shake the interviewer's hand. Continuing with number five, sit up straight. To sit up straight. What do we say here? Excellent. We say it is important that you sit up straight. Number six, use a confident voice. Use a confident voice. Make your voice sound that you are confident, and also be confident. So, how do we write this in a subjunctive? Yes, I suggest that you use a confident voice. I suggest that you use a confident voice. Number seven, answer all of the questions. Answer all of the questions. Don't leave any question unanswered. So, very good. We say it is essential that you answer all of the questions. Number eight, ask them questions too. Ask them questions too. Once you answer all the questions, ask them some questions, something you want to know about the job. So, yes, that's correct. I recommend that you ask them questions too. Of course, you can say it is important that you ask them questions too. Number nine, write a thank you note afterwards. To write a thank you note afterwards, after you are done with your interview. So, to write a thank you note afterwards, that's correct. You can say, I suggest that you write a thank you note afterwards. Exercise E here, correct the error in each sentence. So we have some sentences and we have some errors in them. How to write a good resume. So these are some tips to write a good resume. It is important, so the word that is missing here. It is important that you write your name at the top. So number one, I recommend you that put your educational background on it. Again, I recommend you that put your educational background on it. So, how do we correct the error in this sentence? Let's check the answer here. I recommend that you, not you that, I recommend that you put your educational background on it. Very good. Number two, it is necessary to give your phone number. It is necessary to give your phone number. I think the error here is very obvious. So, let's see the answer here together. It is necessary to give your phone number. Necessary to give. The base form necessary to give. The base form comes after the subjunctive. Remember, the base form. It is necessary to give your phone number. I suggest you to give your email address to. I suggest you to give your email address to. So how do we correct the error in this sentence? Let's check the answer here together. I suggest that you give your email address to. Number 4, it is essential that list your work experience. It is essential that list your work experience. I think some words are missing here. Yes, that's correct. So the correct answer here, it is essential that you list your work experience. It is essential that you list your work experience. Number 5, it is imperative that you are clear and concise. It is imperative that you are clear and concise. So how do we correct the error here? Okay, let's check the answer here together. It is imperative that you be clear and concise. So the base form of the verb is be. Number 6, I recommend that you talks about your skills. I recommend that you talks about your skills. I think this one is an obvious one. Yes, I recommend that you talk. Again, base form. Talk about your skills. Number 7, it is important you include a list of references at the end. I think I just gave away the answer. Yes, that's correct. It is important that you include a list of references at the end. It is important that you include a list of references at the end. Number 8, I want that you call me if you have any questions. Very good. I want you to call me if you have any questions. I want you to call me if you have any questions. Exercise F here. Look at the job titles. Write subjunctive sentences about the qualifications and qualities people need to have for each job. What are the qualifications and qualities people need for this job? Salesperson, it is essential that they like working with people. A salesperson must, it is important that he likes working with people. What about a tailor? What about a tailor? Yes, it is important that they know how to sew. How to sew. A doctor. So use the subjunctive here. Yes, it is necessary that they go to medical school. Of course, it's important that they go to medical school. What about a chef? The one who cooks your meal. A chef, use the subjunctive here. Yes, that's correct, but my answer is it is essential that they like to cook. What about a hairdresser? A hairdresser, you can say, yes, I recommend that they like talking to people, because hairdressers mostly spend their time talking to people while they are working. Number 5, an accountant. An accountant, something to do with numbers, an account. So, yes, you can say it is important that they are good at math. So, it is important, actually, it is essential that an accountant is good with math. Farmer, what about a farmer? Use the subjunctive here. That's correct. It is important that they like working outside, because a farmer, of course, all the time, he works outside the house. What about a babysitter? What about a babysitter? Yes, let's check the answer together. It is essential that they be good with children. Of course, it's important that babysitters be good with children. What about a firefighter? You can come up with many answers here. Okay, one of them is always correct. It is necessary that they be healthy and strong. It is necessary that they be healthy and strong to carry the oxygen gas, or maybe carry some hurt people from the fire inside their houses. So let's revise what we took previously in our previous lesson, the listening. We took some survey about jobs and are they satisfied, the majority, are they satisfied or not? And we learned the reasons whether they are satisfied or not. For example, the social workers, most of them are satisfied because they are helping others. On the other hand, the lawyers, the majority are not satisfied because of the high stress and the responsibility. Also, the cashier and the telemarketers are not satisfied for the same reason, because it's a repetitive work and there's no appreciation at this job. Also, we took the pronunciation to stress the next to last syllable when the word is ending with T-I-O-N, C-I-A-N, or S-I-O-N. All of them are pronounced shin. Like here, position, satisfaction, profession. Always stress the next to last syllable. Not the last syllable, no, the one before it. Stress it. Profession, physician, exception, and so on. So if a word is ending with the pronunciation shin, T-I-O-N, C-I-A-N, and S-I-O-N, always stress the next to last syllable. So today's objective is to find the meaning of a new word. This is the vocabulary building. You will see these words in the reading on pages 8 and 9. Try to match the words with their meanings. We have analyze, determine. Of course, determine is not from the reading, but from the listen and discuss lesson. Identifying, allergens, identical, flare, captive, and infection. But before we do that, let's take the word from the context that they are in. Analyze, a person who collects ice crystals in snow to analyze the effect of pollution and on an area of snowfall. Again, the word analyze in the reading text, we'll be seeing it in this sentence. Again, a person who collects ice crystals in snow to analyze the effect of pollution on an area of snowfall. Number 2, determine. This is not from the reading. This is from the listen and discuss, the previous lesson. Observing nature helps us determine the status of the species, if it's endangered or not. Number 3, identifying. This is from the reading here. Their work entails first identifying the individual chemicals found in, etc. Allergens. These flavors can also avoid the allergens sometimes contained in natural flavors. Number 5, identical. You might think the flavors are identical, but how you put the chemicals together makes them very different. And number 6, flair. Do you have an artistic flair and an interest in science? Number 7, captive. Elephants in the wild wear down their nails naturally, but captive elephants have fewer opportunities to roam. Number 8, the word infection. Elephants, pediatricians scrub the bottom of the elephant's feet to get rid of colossus, dirt, and embedded rocks that can cause infection. So these are the words in context. So let's get back to the exercise. Number 1 is the word analyze. Can you get the meaning of the word analyze? Number 1 here. Can you figure out the meaning of the word analyze, to analyze something? Let's check the answer here together. It's the letter G. So to analyze is to study closely, to focus on something, to study something closely. Number 2 is the word determine from the listen and discuss. What does it mean that if you are determined on doing something? Yes, that's correct. It's the letter C, to decide or discover. Determine is to decide to do something. So determine, C, to decide or to discover. Number 3, identifying. To identify something. What does it mean? Identifying. Let's check the answer here together. It's the letter F. Determining what something is. To identify something is to determine, to know what something is. This is what's the meaning of to identify, to know what it is. Allergens. Allergens, number 4. is the letter H. Substance that cause sensitivity or reactions in some people. Again, allergens from the word allergy, substances that cause sensitivity or reactions in some people. Number 5, identical. I think this is an easy one. Identical is the letter B, exactly the same. When two things are identical, it means that they are exactly the same. Number 6, flare. It's the letter E, a natural talent or ability. So when someone has a flair, it means that he has a natural talent or a natural ability to do something. Number 7, captive. The word captive, from the elephant. The elephant's in captive. What does it mean if an elephant is in captive or in captivity? Let's check the answer here together. The letter D, confined, kept under restraint or control. Confined or captured, kept under restraint or control. So to keep it under, to capture it and keep it under control. Last one is infection. We have just one remaining. Infection is the letter A, disease or sickness received from someone or something. So infection is a disease or a sickness that you get from someone else or from something else. Again, a disease or a sickness received from someone or something. And with that, we reach the end of this lesson. See you next lesson, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.